JSW Energy. Let's chat with the management then. NK Jain, CEO at JSW Energy, joins in. Mr. Jain, first, let's talk about your earnings, because your results for the fourth quarter were strong versus the analyst estimates. What were the key factors you would say for profit growth during the quarter? What helped bump the profitability as well as the top line for you?
If you see it in the power business, the first and last quarter of the financial year are always better. And January, February, March in any case are better for the power business. That is one, of course, and the realization is better, and that also has added further revenues. And the cost of fuel also is little moderating, so that also has helped. And also the foreign exchange, which was around 50-51 during this quarter. So all these three factors put together has given a reasonable better results than what it was there previously.
Mr. Jain, do you expect your overall PLF, which is plant load factor, especially in your Barmer plant, to improve in coming quarters?
Barmer will certainly be a better performing unit in times to come. Because next 4 units also will be operational in the second quarter, as we have been talking. And also that by the time the tariff fixation by the RERC also should improve. So Barmer should definitely give better results, because right now we are working revenues of Barmer based on the absolute ad hoc tariff, which is not justified and not remunerative.
So do you think the Barmer project is going to make profits by FY14, as the final tariff order will be out by then?
We hope so, because first of all, see, the agreement that has been signed, that PPA, Power Purchase Agreement between the government and us, is very clear, and therefore it is only a matter of time that the tariff is fixed appropriately. And also I would like to tell you that this is going to be retrospective. So naturally, from the day that we have started pumping power to the DESCOMs, we will get the revised tariff from that date onwards. It's only a matter of time.
Mr. Jain, what helped your company for the quarter gone by was a sharp appreciation in rupee against the dollar, as you are dependent on imported coal. But now that rupee has depreciated again, in fact rupee is at a 4-month low against US dollar, will your margins for current quarter come under pressure?
Yes, I must say that if the rupee is depreciating, certainly it will add cost to the fuel cost. However, good part is that the fuel prices are little going down. For example, when it used to be 104, 105, the South African coal, currently it is about 99. So yes, the dollar is appreciating. However, the fuel prices have gone down. So overall impact may be positive itself.
So what about the average merchant realization in the fourth quarter? What was that standing at, and how do you see merchant rates panning out going forward?
See, last year for the year as a whole, our average realization on the merchant was 4.4 rupees per unit. And well, my estimates are that plus minus 10 paisa, this should be realizable in the financial year 12-13 also as well, average.
Right, Mr. Jain, the Power Minister recently indicated to media, and especially to Economic Times, that UMPPs, which is ultra mega power projects, will be allowed to pass through their fuel cost to the consumers. Do you think this is a step in the right direction?
Yes, it is, in fact, because see, this is what last time when this bidding has taken place, people have bidded very aggressively. Actually, this is their mistakes, of course. Very aggressively people have bid, and because of which now, though the capacities are in place and some of the capacities can come in, however, there is no surety of or no clarity of whether they will be really operating or not operating. So it is a good move by the Power Minister that in future, the power bidding would be done on the basis of that as far as fuel is concerned, that would be passed through. I think it is a sensible thing to do, because then only the power business will grow. So it's a good move.
Mr. Jain, do you think more reforms need to be done on the fuel security and financial health of SEBs?
Primarily, I have been talking continuously in each and every forum that unless the distribution reforms come, all other reforms are really meaningless to an extent, because the distribution companies are making losses continuously. Their transmission and distribution losses are huge. So these are the sectors which is really suffering. I mean, the current estimate is that there are about 100,000 crores distribution companies losses sitting on them. And if they continue to behave like this, which they have no other choice, because the transmission losses are not getting down, the subsidies to the farmers and the weaker section of the society, state governments are not able to fund. So these problems are really huge, and unless something is done on this, this sector will continue to be in a problem.